How to become financially free in your 20s. Mindset, passive income, and investing basics. The average American spends 45 years of their life working and still retires broke. 90% of Americans over 65 depend on Social Security or family just to survive. But here's the wild part. A small group of people figured out how to escape that trap entirely. And most of them started in their 20s with nothing special. No inheritance, no lucky break, just the right information at the right time. That information? That's exactly what you're about to get. Let's talk about where most people in their 20s actually are right now. You're probably working a job that pays okay, maybe even decent, but after rent, car payments, subscriptions, groceries, and the occasional dinner out, there's barely anything left. You tell yourself you'll start saving when things calm down, when you get that raise, when you pay off that credit card. But here's the ugly truth. Things never calm down. Lifestyle inflation is real. You get a raise, your spending goes up. You pay off one debt, another one shows up. The average American carries over $22,000 in non-mortgage debt, and the median retirement savings for someone in their 30s, just $35,000. That's not even 2 years of average living expenses. Time is the one resource you cannot buy back. Every year you wait in your 20s costs you more than you can imagine. We're talking about compound interest, the thing Albert Einstein reportedly called the eighth wonder of the world. A 25-year-old who invests just $300 a month will have over $1 million by 65, assuming a 10% average return. A 35-year-old doing the same thing? Less than $400,000. Same money, 10 years difference. Massive gap. The urgency is real. So let's fix it. Point 1. Your mindset is the foundation, and most people skip it. You cannot build financial freedom with a scarcity mindset, period. If you genuinely believe money is hard to get, that rich people are just lucky, or that investing is for other people, you will self-sabotage every good habit you try to build. The shift you need is this. Start seeing money as a tool, not a goal. Rich people don't chase money. They build systems that attract money. That mindset change alone separates people who build wealth from people who just earn it and spend it. Concrete example. 2 people earning $60,000 a year. Person A thinks, I don't make enough to invest. Person B thinks, how do I make my money work while I sleep? Person B opens a Roth IRA. Person A buys a bigger TV. 15 years later, they're living completely different lives. Point 2. The 50-20-30 rule. Simplified. But here's what most people don't know about budgeting. It doesn't have to be complicated. The 50-20-30 rule is your starting framework. 50% of your income goes to needs, rent, utilities, groceries. 30% to wants, dining out, entertainment. 20% goes directly to savings and investments, non-negotiable. If you make $4,000 a month after tax, that's $800 going to your future self every single month. That's not a sacrifice, that's strategy. Start with automating it. The second your paycheck hits, $800 moves automatically to a separate account. You never see it, you never miss it. This is called paying yourself first, and it's the single most important financial habit you can build right now. Point 3. Emergency fund first, then invest. Before you put a single dollar in the stock market, you need a safety net. 3 to 6 months of living expenses sitting in a high-yield savings account, not your regular checking account. Right now, high-yield savings accounts are paying around 4 to 5% APY. That's not glamorous, but it's not nothing either. And more importantly, it keeps you from destroying your investment portfolio every time life throws something unexpected at you. Car breaks down, medical bill, job loss, you have a cushion. You don't have to sell your investments at the worst time. Most people skip this step because it feels slow. But this is what separates people who actually stay invested long-term from people who cash out at the first sign of trouble. Point 4. Investing basics. Index funds are your best friend. Here's where it gets exciting. You don't need to pick stocks. You don't need to watch financial news every day. You don't need a financial advisor charging you 1% of your portfolio every year. What you need is a low-cost index fund. An index fund tracks the entire market. Things like the S&P 500, which represents the 500 largest companies in America. Historically, the S&P 500 has returned an average of about 10% annually over the long term. You're not betting on one company, you're betting on the entire American economy. Start with a Roth IRA. In 2024, you can contribute up to $7,000 per year. That money grows tax-free. You pay taxes on it now, but when you withdraw it at retirement, zero taxes on the gains. That is a massive advantage. If your employer offers a 401k with a match, take the full match. Every single dollar of that match is an instant 100% return on your investment. There is no better guaranteed return anywhere on earth. Point 5. Passive income isn't a fantasy, but it takes work up front. But here's what most people don't know about passive income. It's not actually passive at the start. Every passive income stream requires either money, time, or both to build. The passive part comes later. Here are 3 realistic options for someone in their 20s. First, dividend investing. Buy shares of companies that pay regular dividends. A portfolio of $100,000 in dividend stocks paying a 4% yield gives you $4,000 a year, roughly $330 a month, just for holding the stock. Second, digital products. Create an ebook, a course, a template, or a printable. Sell it on platforms like Gumroad or Etsy. One person selling a $20 budgeting template to 200 people a month earns $4,000, recurring, from work they did once. Third, real estate through REITs. A real estate investment trust lets you invest in real estate without being a landlord. Many REITs are available for under $50 per share. You get exposure to real estate income without fixing toilets at midnight. Point 6. The 2 things that will kill your wealth. Lifestyle inflation and high-interest debt. That's it. Those 2 things destroy more wealth potential than anything else. When you get a raise, resist the urge to immediately upgrade your lifestyle. Redirect that extra income to investments first. And if you're carrying credit card debt at 20% interest, paying that off is investing. You will not find a guaranteed 20% return anywhere. So many people are trying to invest while paying 20% interest on debt. That math will never work in your favor. The bottom line. Financial freedom in your 20s isn't about being rich right now. It's about making decisions today that your future self will be obsessed with. Fix the mindset, automate your savings, build the emergency fund, invest consistently in index funds, create at least one passive income stream, and ruthlessly protect your portfolio from debt and lifestyle inflation. This isn't complicated, it's just consistent. If this opened your eyes, hit subscribe, because next we're breaking down exactly how to build a $100,000 investment portfolio from scratch, even if you're starting with zero. You don't want